Types. A variable in Java must be a specified data type, int, float, char, something like that. Data types are divided into two groups: primitive data types, non-primitive data types. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and char, they are primitive data types. String, arrays, and classes, they are non-primitive data types. A primitive data type specifies the size and type of a variable value, and it has no additional methods, int, float, and something like that. There are 8 primitive data types in Java: byte, short, int, long. They are all whole numbers. Depending on how big your number, you can use the referring data type. Float and double, they are for fractional numbers. Float, that is for 6 to 7 decimal digits, and double for storing 15 decimal digits. And for double, it's possible to write here double, and at the end you can put D to specify that this is double. Boolean, that is 1 bit and stores true false values, and char, this is 2 bytes and stores a single character letter. So numbers, primitive number types are divided into two groups: integer types and floating point types. Integer types they store whole numbers, for example int, byte, short, long. Floating point numbers represent numbers with a fractional part containing one or more decimals. They can be float or double. A floating point number can also be a scientific number with an E notation to indicate the power of 10. For example, let's write here float of 1, 35E3F, and let's print that of 1. And also char data type is used to store a single character and used with single quotes. Alternatively, also, if you are familiar with ASCII values, you can use those to display certain characters. For example, let's write char my variable 1 is equal to 65, and let's print that and let's see what we'll get. My variable 1, and 65 refers to in ASCII table to capital A. And string data type, it is a non-primitive data type because it refers to an object. We learn more about strings and objects in a later chapter. But we can say that non-primitive data types are also called reference types because they refer to objects. The main difference between primitive and non-primitive data types are: primitive data types are predefined in Java. Non-primitive types are created by programmer and is not defined by Java, except for string. Non-primitive types can be used to call methods to perform certain operations, while primitive types cannot. A primitive data type has always a value, while non-primitive types can be null. And a primitive data type starts with a lowercase, here we see, and non-primitive type starts with uppercase letter.